and count PST and EST. Damn.
Mm.
All right. So,
Ooh.
I'm
when you
just
look
listen. I
at
don't
Trolling,
really want to talk.
trolling,
I'm just showing
Whatever
a
the hell
picture.
all
okay.
that, man.
I'm
Trolling
just
But
showing the
yeah,
hasn't
picture.
you
talked.
see how at the
so,
So
bottom of those sides are flat? So I
No,
don't
no, no.
see where the
Listen,
curvature
listen.
hold on.
Don't
from
do
the
that, Lord
Wait,
atmosphere.
Messiah.
wait, wait, wait.
See,
Let's hit a
Let him.
response though.
Yeah. Let him respond. Go ahead.
all right. So check it out. The amount of light that somebody gets, that a light source gives off, right? It dissipates as the light source goes away from them. So if somebody's in East Coast and versus somebody's in West Coast, the sun is moving towards the west. So if somebody's in the west, it's going to be closer than somebody in the east. If you look up, it's called the inverse square law. That dictates how far light can reach. So the sun is always going to be closer. Like as the sun goes down, it's going to be closer to somebody in the west than somebody in the east. So it's getting as it gets further away from the east coast gets darker quicker because it's further away from the sun because the sun is moving to the west. It's like when think about sound. When if you have like the ice cream truck, right? As the ice cream truck goes away from you, you start to lose the sound. But somebody further down, closer to the ice cream truck, they keep the sound longer because they're
That's
closer
the
to it.
Doppler
It's the light
effect.
works the same way. It's called the
That
inver-
if
it's
that
called the inverse
no,
square law.
The problem is you
no,
saying that it
no,
moves around in
that's
a circular
incorrect.
motion.
That's not the
If it
inverse
moves
square
around in a
law.
circular motion, why would it be east and west? Be different colors on, different time zones when it's a small surface. It's a small area that you're talking about. Like
Not that
it's
small, bro.
different when you saying China versus America, but you're just talking about United States of America. The east and the west of United States of America is not long, and so if you're talking about a light being above that at any height, it should be able to reach all of the surfaces. But the worst part is you said that it's moving in a circular motion like a clock. So now that disproves what you just said because east and west is longitude and latitude. There's no way that something that's moving in a circular motion should have one side be a light and the other side be dark, and it is moving from the east to the west. Because if you take all you have to do is do it like this. Look, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you.
Man, take your
If
phone.
this was a
Take
flat
your
surface,
phone.
right?
No. Take
If you
your
take this
phone. Cut the
whole
flashlight
globe
on.
and map it all the way out, it's a flat surface. Now, when the sun is coming up on this side, it makes sense that it's light over here, right? On this side of Africa. It don't make that it makes sense that it rotates and then gets light for everybody at 12 o'clock. This is why at 12 o'clock in Africa, it's light all over the continent. All over the continent, but we're gonna take
whole
America and
continent.
do it here. United States of America is smaller than Africa. Africa is bigger
Yeah.
than United States. But at 12 o'clock in the daytime, it's light all over Africa. This debunks your theory because you see how small United States is. So if East and West is smaller here than East and West is there. So there's no reason that the light should be touching the East and West there on a larger surface than it is there, unless it's rotating, unless it's coming just like this. If the sun is creeping like this, then the light is coming like this, right? 1 in the morning, 2 in the
Wait a
morning,
minute. Are
3 in the
you
morning,
using the globe? Is
all the
that a
way to
globe?
12.
He's
Is that a
absolutely
globe?
using a globe.
Yes,
This
he
is
is
a
using a
How are you
globe.
globe.
Yes.
using the
Globe to
globe
explain
to
flat
model
Earth.
a
You
flat
can't
Earth,
use
bro?
hey, you can't
No,
use
Let me
globe
I'm
as
can
using
I
the
flat
help
Earth.
globe to
So let's
model.
King
try a
I'm using
Solomon?
the
different
globe
approach.
to
Let me
model the
help out King
actual
Solomon real quick.
Let's
rotation of
try.
the sun.
Let's try a
Organic, you need to
different
drop it.
approach.
Let me help out
You
King
need to
Solomon real
drop it
How
quick.
did
for
you get
somebody else.
lost?
It's cool.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You know what?
Hey, King Solomon, this is what you're supposed to bring up if you're a flat earther. You're supposed to bring up this. It's called analemma, and it goes into the rotation of the sun that actually takes the shape of an eight. That's what you were supposed to
Okay,
say, number two.
okay,
I'll stop.
okay.
I'll stop there. It's called
Nah,
Now
analemma.
build
bro.
on that.
Everybody Google
Build on
that.
that.
So
The
this is the
Build on
thing.
that.
analemma,
Let me.
You gotta understand
the
that.
analemma is what was used for thousands of years, and that's where that signal literally comes from because that literally is the expression of the four seasons, but really three. But it's four different seasons, and that analemma is the explanation of how we relatively move with the sun. It
Hey,
is the
Osara,
actual charting. Yeah.
let me ask another question though, and I want you to hear this question and listen to it real. How the fuck is the moon getting the reflection of the sun at night if it's a flat
Mm.
surface. Now, this the thing, right? So look, we gonna do it on a round surface because it makes sense, right? Here you go. You got the round surface. You got the light right here. Bam, this the light. It's shining over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's way the fuck out here, but it's shining over here. Let's just say the light shining over here. That reflection is
Right.
going to come off the curvature, right? And touch the moon that's right here. If the moon is right here, it's going
Right.
to get that reflection. How does that work on a flat surface? How is the moon lit by the sun at night and not during the daytime?
It wouldn't be able to happen. And then
I want to hear King Solomon respond.
Apex, when
Let me
you
I don't
look
know.
let me
at
I
let
it,
me hear
can't
it's
let me keep let me hear
always
King
respond on that
Solomon.
circular.
one. I'm
It's
not
always
available.
Yeah,
round.
Sorry.
And if you took that same picture for a whole month every day, you would see the side of the shadow of the earth from the moon
okay.
moving from the right to the left side. You would
Correct.
constantly see the curvature of the earth. Now you take all of
Correct.
those pictures and superimpose them over each other. You can see 2/3 of the earth's
Correct.
curvature.
Scientists did that. Correct.
On
Okay.
They
on
did.
top of that, if
Absolutely.
it's a
1%.
flat Earth
100%.
and it's shaped like a
I got
disc,
one for
it
you.
should make it should make a line because of the rotation. It should make one line on the moon if it's flat. If it's a reflection of the sun, it should make a light on a flat surface that reflects a flat surface. When we see the moon, it's always reflected off of a round surface. This is why you have a crescent moon, a smaller moon, you know, the smaller one, the bigger one, and then a full moon when the light is closer to it, right? So why is it always circular? Why is it never flat? The, the shadow
Mm.
itself.
All right.
It's not a shadow.
Okay,
The
let
moon
Solomon get
itself
in
Wait,
there.
is
hold
a
on,
sphere,
hold
and
on,
the sun is a sphere.
So let me be very clear about what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the Earth, like, it's to take the heliocentric model and just flatten out the Earth and have it go around the sun just like regular. What I'm saying to you is that nothing that you know about the way this place works is true. So when you come to me and you say, well, shit, if the Earth was flat and the sun was doing this, then there's no way that the moon could reflect its light. That's because the moon is not reflecting the sun's light. I'm saying that that was a story given to you without any evidence. I'm saying that eclipses are not caused by fucking shadows. I'm saying that nothing about the goddamn about what this
I'm
shit
fucking
is
dead.
fucking true. That's what
Wow.
I'm saying to you. I'm saying that
Wow.
everything
Could
that
y'all
you
niggas
believe
calm down? Yo,
So you
is
mean to tell me
crazy.
when
pseudoscience.
it's a
Hold
half
on, hold
when
on,
it's a
Everything
half
that you
hold on.
moon?
believe.
Damn.
When's a,
Hold on. Y'all let hold on. Y'all know he's the guest for the night. Y'all, if y'all can let him just finish out and then y'all can go ahead after. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
I don't know if y'all
Solomon.
noticed, man. I'm not a yeller. Like I'll finish, then I'll let you talk, and then I'll wait for you to finish. Then you know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way we're gonna learn from each other. We can have a conversation, right? So what I'm saying is everything that you've been told about the place that you live is a lie. And the only way for you to get to the truth is to understand there's a difference between science and pseudoscience. Pseudoscience is some shit that somebody told you that doesn't comport to the scientific method. Science is something that
Such
you
a thought.
derive using the scientific method. So when we start talking about gravity, you start talking about air pressure and space and the curvature of the earth and all of that shit. All of that shit is pseudoscience. That's why I always ask, do you have experiments to prove what you're saying? No, you don't. All you're going to do is come with NASA told me this. NASA said that. I learned in school that this is,
Oh,
and it's
please.
you're regurgitating shit that you were told.
No,
That's it.
that's
Uh-oh.
true. That is true.
I got
That
it.
is
What's
true.
up, Wisdom?
And,
Speak
and
to
it's
me.
hard for us to
NASA.
let it go
Ain't no
because that's what we
massa.
was taught.
So here's the problem, King
And
Solomon.
that's how
And
people seen it.
one of the things that Flat Earth refuses to come up with is precision equipment that explains their theories.
Facts.
One,
Facts.
gravity has actually
Yeah,
measurable
exactly.
measurable equipment.
Lesson learned. I thought you was a
You
flat
can
earther, man.
Hold
absolutely
on.
not
Hold on. Let
I
him
thought you
finish.
went outside,
get to
man.
the curve.
Hold
Hey,
on.
don't disrespect him
Hell
like
no.
that. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Shut
Go ahead,
up.
listen.
So, one, you can measure gravity. Two, Thanks to the wonderful technology of GNSS and GPS, we have now improved cartography, our ability to map the continental United States in all of its different datums. This also includes not only the ground we're on, but the waters, the very supposedly flat waters we have that are affected by gravity. All down to precision. Even the equipment itself can be referred to not just by NASA, but other scientific organizations like the National Institutes of Science and Technology, a financial institution that governs even how our gasoline is pumped from through ways and means. So if you want to believe in flat Earth all you want, you can. But all of the science and the technology behind it is irrefutable, usable, and accurate and
So did
validated.
you just mention
Yep,
NASA?
that's backed up by Brigham Young University. Yep, studied by
No,
Brigham Young
he
University.
actually brought up
Brigham
other
Young.
references besides just NASA. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say what?
So real quick, can I respond to my man right quick? Because he said
Yeah, go
something
ahead,
very important.
Solomon.
All right.
Of course, Solomon.
So, like I said, I'm okay if you want to bring a scientific claim, right? But now it's time to show and prove. If you say that gravity is X and gravity keeps the moon and the sun and keeps water down and birds and all of this other bullshit, great. So now it's time for you to show me an experiment that starts on Earth, that ends on Earth, that isolates gravity away from density, buoyancy, and magnetism.
Ooh,
buoyancy. That's what it's time. Show me an experiment
I
that
cite my
isolates
first
gravity as a way.
experiment.
Hold on. So do me a favor. Cite for me an experiment that isolates gravity as a wave, a particle, or what the fuck ever. I'll wait.
But
I
wait,
yield back to my first
but how
experiment.
come I can't see Africa? How come if I'm standing on the
Bradley, you're in
shoreline,
a
I
truck.
can't see
You're in a
Africa?
truck.
This could be done
Stay
in
out
a
of this.
vacuum chamber.
Because your
Why
Mormon
y'all let
bike
them
is
do
too
y'all
short.
like this?
Yeah.
Can I ask
In a
a
vacuum
question?
chamber.
I just want to say this, y'all. I want to see if y'all see this with me. I really do. I want to see if y'all see this shit with me. All right. Now look at this. Look at this. All right. Okay. Right. This is the Earth. This is the flat Earth. Now here's my experiment. Right. Here's the sun. Right. And the sun is going around the flat Earth like that. Right. It's going around, it's shining on all of the parts and shit, right? And here's the moon. And sometimes you can see the sun and the moon in the sky at the same goddamn time. But wait a minute. When you had a flat Earth, right? And the sun is over here shining and the moon is over here. What the fuck is in the middle that's casting a shadow
Get
on
a
the goddamn
shadow.
moon?
What is
That's all it
casting the
is, a fuck
fucking
flat.
shadow?
That's exactly what I
Okay.
just asked though. And another thing what he said was that's pseudoscience. The sun does not cast a shadow on the earth, on the moon, right? But then you got to ask yourself, well, who the fuck is turning off half of the moon? Is it a light
How
that you
could
can
the
just turn off,
sun?
or what? Because who's rolling back that
Shadow.
light on the moon? Because
Exactly.
sometimes
What's
the
the
moon
dark
is
side of the
full.
moon? Why is the
Sometimes the
other side
moon.
of the moon
Hold
dark?
on. Before y'all, sometimes the moon is full. Sometimes the moon is half. Sometimes the moon is crescent. Who the fuck is turning off that light if it's not a shadow?
Don't you send
That's a
no
good
fucking bomb on me.
diagram, Osiris. That's a good, way to explain it. Now, check it, right? This is the question, right? Now, look, see how that light is shining? Say that light is the sun, right? How could the sun's light ever cast a shadow? The shadow would be outside of the sun's light. You see what I'm saying? See how the light only goes to a certain perspective as it shines down? Now, outside of that, you see the shadow, but where the light is shining, you don't see shadow. That's why it's called light. You know what I'm saying? And the opposite of the light or the outside of the light would be the shadow or the shade. So outside of the sun's light,
I'm just battle rapping now. Hold on, I'm just battle rapping right now. So
Zero
are y'all
sense.
saying that flat earthers are casting the biggest shade? Just battle rapping right now.
I cannot.
I'm saying that when the light is shining, you only see the shade or the shadow outside of the light, not within
Okay,
the
so
light.
wait.
So the
Hold
sun
on,
is not
because
casting
brother
a
just
shadow.
told us.
Jesus,
Moon.
Mary, and Joseph Smith.
We see different
Can I say
phases of the moon because the moon itself it's spinning, but it's also rotating. So at different perspectives, we'll see different
I'm trying
phases
to
of the
figure it
moon.
out, bro.
The brother
Yeah.
just told us to give him
Hey,
Here
some
we go
evidence
again.
or some
it don't
proof.
make sense.
Here we go
Right.
again. This
Let
is
me
the
let me hear
sun.
wisdom. I ain't heard wisdom yet. Go ahead, wisdom.
There
Okay.
is
Go ahead,
no
Wiz.
formula or equation
Mhm. That's
for
how you
the
do. Oh
time
wow.
if we talking about the fucking being a flat earth. You would have to give some longitude and latitudes that would correspond with why the sun is on this time. I mean, there's no. I mean, you telling us to give you some proof. Give me some formula that tells me
Mm.
the distance and speed that can actually substantiate pi. And I mean, that shit's not adding up.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Yo, look at
Okay.
you. You see how the shadow
SJ,
is
what
moving
wait,
around the
Hold
sun
on.
what
or
was the
around
last
that
thing you said? I couldn't hear
gas
it.
thing, the bottle or whatever, the
Mm-hmm.
spray can. See how the
Mm-hmm.
shadow so-called is casting? Yeah, that's a good
Mm-hmm.
diagram right there, Osiris. That's official.
That's a small shadow
Go
too.
ahead. Okay, we got War. He just pulled up on us. He want to add in. Go ahead, War.
See how that light is hitting that whole
All right,
shit
so
though,
check.
y'all? And
But
it's
look, hey,
Right.
impossible
look.
for the light not to touch a quarter. Look, it's impossible for that light not to at least cover half of that fucking flat surface. That's
Right.
impossible. Even if you take a small pin light and move it at a distance right above it or way up from it, it's never going to cast light on just one small section of that. So when
Mm-hmm.
California is lit and New York is dark, they can't make that make sense. You see how he's never tried. He's never tried because you can't do it. You can try to do it for Africa and all that shit because you can say it's on this side and then this side, but United States is one flat surface. It's only small compared to that. It would be like point to one small part of that circle. Osiro. Okay, like say that's United States right there. Now move that light. How could that light touch United States on one side and not the other side? How could that be possible?
Thank you,
Even
Miranda.
if it was on the edges of that circle, it couldn't be possible. Flat surfaces reflect light, and if cast a shadow on a light like this on a
So,
flat
so with
surface,
that
the
theory,
light goes flat. It hits it and goes flat. It doesn't hit it and then have one piece over here and one piece over there. You can't do it. Not for just United States. It's
so,
impossible.
You
so
said
does
it.
the sun
You said
shrink or
it the
something
first
when it
time,
comes over
Apex.
United States?
This is the
As to where
sun.
it gets bigger when it's over Africa. It lights up the whole Africa, but not the
But
whole
look,
United States.
it's
At 12
Okay.
bullshit.
o'clock,
Look,
it
it's
lights up the whole
bullshit.
Africa. At 12
This
o'clock,
is the
all of the United
sun.
States is lit
Look, this is the
every day.
sun.
Every
That's
day.
the fucking moon. There is no shadow being cast on this shit. It's straight
Right.
lit up because this is flat. The earth is flat. And you trying to say shit is in the sky. So what the fuck is casting a shadow on the moon?
Mm.
And the light is going straight to the
What's
moon. The earth
what's
is flat.
obstructing the
So
light?
ain't
Good
shit in the
question.
way. So why
Right.
do we
See,
see a
What's
fucking
now,
shadow?
obstructing that light? What's obstructing
All
the
Look,
right.
light?
look how I
Good
So
put a
question.
shadow on the
Good
here
moon.
question.
we go.
See,
Here
I
we
put
go.
the
look,
Good
Y'all
shadow
ready?
on
question.
the moon now
Y'all ready?
with my
so now
finger.
we
Okay.
have
So
to,
Hold on. Let me
understand
let
that
me
the
fasten my
That's
inside
the
though.
seatbelt. Let me
sun,
hear.
and that's
Let me
the
fasten
moon,
my
and the
we
earth
seatbelt.
is
gotta,
flat.
Okay.
Where
Hold
the
on real
fuck
quick.
is the
Okay.
shadow?
Okay. So
Eventually,
Solomon,
the
hold
sun and
on.
the
let's
moon gonna
hold on.
collide though on a flat surface. They gotta collide.
Hold on 1 second. Let's hear it for the flat earthers. Let's hear it from Solomon. And then like I said, we got War. I know he wanted to chime in as well. But I'm gonna let Solomon go and then War can follow up after.
All right.
Okay,
So it's a couple
I'm gonna
of
go
things.
after war.
I
One,
got you.
there is no evidence that the moon is a rock floating in space. No one has ever seen
Oh.
any other face of the moon except for what you see now. If you're in Australia, China, America, New Zealand, Europe, any of that, people only ever see one face of the moon. No one has ever seen anything other than the one face that we all see. We see it in different orientations, but no one has ever seen anything other than that face of the moon. There is no evidence it's a fucking sphere. There's no evidence it's a rock in space. There's no evidence it's a physical location to go to, right? What we know and what we can prove is that it's a light that cycles through phases. The best example I can give you is a plasma screen TV that's showing you a picture. It's literally showing you an image. It's cycling through an image. It's on a 28-day cycle because that's how it was designed. We live in a created place, and whoever created this place put the moon there as a
Oh
timepiece
man,
for you to be able to tell what the
wow,
fucking time is. You were given
you were excellent
a
that one.
map and you were given a natural timing device. The sun tells
Oh,
you what time of day, the moon tells you what day of the month, and the stars tell you what month in the year. The moon it produces its own light and it's cycling through its phases. That's not a fucking shadow. That's the moon cycling through its phases. It's cutting on and off
Mm.
by itself.
Oh
That's what that is.
my
So
God.
y'all keep
Wait,
talking about
wait.
these
Is
goddamn
it is it
shadows like
Oh
it's
my
like y'all
God.
didn't hear me. It's like
wait,
y'all
is it
not
oh my
listening when I
god?
say
All
I
right,
think the
it's
let me
not
let me
a
context
say
fucking
something,
is
shadow.
kicking in,
lady.
son.
So the moon is a
You hear
big
that
ass
organic?
LED screen. Okay, I get
Yeah,
it.
he
So
thinks
but
we're in the
but but
Truman
Hologram. I'm
Show.
what
trying to
doesn't
tell
make
y'all,
He's
this
sense
movie
living
is
about
in
not
the
that
a
Truman
instead
hologram, man.
Show.
instead of
That's some
saying oh
science
my
fiction
god?
shit. Y'all
What
check
doesn't
this
Yo,
make
out.
sense about that instead of saying oh my god? Because
NASA
you've been making
Hey,
some
y'all,
great
check
points.
Here's what doesn't make
okay.
sense. And I'm
saying
gonna
that.
go off of what wait, is somebody else supposed to go?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Excuse
the
me.
Let
Truman Show.
yeah. Let War go and then Lord Messiah and then I got you, Kinsa.
Okay,
Okay.
so the space station, NASA saying that they a space station and they went outer space. Ain't no outer space, it's only inner space. We all in here. Everything is in here with us. They haven't left the atmosphere. They haven't done none of that. They tell you that. You get what I'm saying? They haven't went past the exosphere of the atmosphere. So we still talking about in here somewhere. You get what I mean? When they talk about going past the exosphere, then we gonna talk about outer space. They ain't went there. They lying. So we just going very, very high in the sky. We could say that. So then when you doing with temperatures, a kid asked me today, how is it the sun is burning so hot in a cold place like that? Like kids ask questions. You get what I'm saying? To make adults should think. So what I'm telling you is about the shape of the earth too, is it's possible that I got one for flat earthers and globe earthers. It's possible that we don't know the shape of the earth, that we just know that we living on flat surfaces anyways, and there's levels to this flat surface. That's what it is, because a flat surface or decline. You get what I'm saying? It's still a flat surface. I don't care how you look at it. Incline or decline, that just make it a hill. But it's still a flat surface though. When it go up the hill, it's flat, right? When you're going up the hill till you get to that curvature, it's still flat, right? So what I'm telling you, so what I'm telling you is basically I'm trying to say that the shape of the earth is like when you want to talk about space stations and space, they talking about space stations as far as like infinite space, north, south, east, and west. They don't know what the shape of the earth is, north, south, east, and west. They telling you that you can't go to Antarctica for a reason, because it unlocks the secret to the shape of the earth. That's why they won't let you fly out there. What's so bad about going to Antarctica? Why you worried about me living or dying? Let me die out there. If I want to go travel on that water or that ice, whatever, let me die
Because
how I
it's
want to die.
negative 100.
Building something out there for so long and
You
keeping
don't
us
know that.
distracted that they don't want us going out there. So at the end of the day, or it's something beyond that that they don't want us knowing about. What would be under that ice? Okay, so then you got these levels of big trees and all this stuff. It's possible we just living on the mountains that's stuck out of water too at the end of the day. So like if I'm over here in the Midwest of America, I'm at the top of the peak of the mountain. That's why it's cold up here. At the bottom is more tropical. At the bottom is more tropical, where it's like Florida. You got certain parts of the mountain, right? So New York is a actual at the top of the mountain with us. It just have water. It just have a shore line. But like I was trying to say though, it ain't really no shape of the earth, but it is levels to the earth though. So then let me just say one thing and land the plane. On the globe earth perspective, it's possible and it's not impossible that we living inside of the earth a little bit, where the outside of the earth can't really get to us. Anything that's bigger can't survive where we are, because our oxygen is different, because it's possible that they cut down some trees that was made out of crystal. And that got something to do with the rest of the earth that's made out of crystal. You get what I'm saying? We living in one part of the earth that we don't know what's going on in uncharted lands that the governments are hiding from us. So we got to tap deeper and deeper and deeper and say the possibilities that we could be living on the top of the earth, right? But then when you get, say if you on the top of a ball and then you put a ring around something on the top of a ball, on the side of that ball could be a whole nother continents that we know nothing about, bigger continents and everything. We could be on the top of the ball and it could be a crust around us and then beyond the crust, the other drink. Be- we had 3 drinks. Yeah,
At
beyond
the
us
at
could
the
be
round table. Go ahead.
beyond us could be basically beyond us could be more continents. Basically beyond us could be more continents, and that's what I was gonna say. In
Okay.
other parts of the earth,
Okay. So
it could be
so
more.
explain to me this. Explain to me this. If we were on that same picture that I showed that the earth is flat, right? And we were on that flat plane and the sun was in one position and we were in the same time zone, but I was north and you were on the south or on the south part, what would be, I don't know how you would delineate south because south would have to be the outside if it's a plate and north would have to be the center. So
Exactly.
that doesn't work out if you're on one side like China and I'm on the American side and we're both looking at the sun at the same time. It just doesn't happen. And then
That
I'm
doesn't
just going to say
happen.
this, and this is what I've seen with my own eyes. If we were both looking at the moon at the same time on a flat surface in the United States, and then I go to Australia, which is flat on that little flat Earth map, why is the sun upside down? Why is the moon upside down? Why does the moon look upside
Right.
down than what I've seen it my
Right.
whole life? That does
So
not
so
make sense on a flat plane.
so check this out, bro. All right. So now think about this. So imagine me and you were in a big room, right? So me and you are both in a big room, right? And we're standing at opposite corners from one another. Okay. So me and you in the same room in opposite corners. Okay. Now somebody draws a 9 for you on the ceiling. Okay. So they're drawing a 9 on the ceiling. All right. You look at the ceiling and it's a 9. I'm opposite of you in a corner across from you. If I look at the ceiling, what's it gonna look like to me?
Upside down moon in Australia, a 6.
But
See what I did there?
you just changed the perspective. If we're on a flat plane and we're
That's
both
all it
looking
is.
east, then we're both having the same perspective, looking in the same direction, but not past. We're not isolating and putting the target in the middle. We're both on the same side of the target. So if the longitude and latitudinal lines have the time zone that runs the same from the top of a sphere to the bottom of a sphere, where the time zone is the same, why would it be different if I'm looking at the moon and the moon is upside down?
Oh, Saru,
We're on the
you
same
got to
time
ask him.
zone. We're not on opposite sides. So we're looking at the moon as it is. Why
No.
is it
Ask him
upside
why.
down for me?
Ask him why he can't see the Southern Cross in the Northern Hemisphere. That's the 6th example. We have actual constellation.
Damn, that's
Why can't
fucking
you see
excellent.
King Solomon? I have a question. Why can't we see the Southern Cross in the Northern Hemisphere? I'm listening.
It's too far away.
Oh my God.
The earth is really big, bro. The earth is really fucking big, right? And you can't see forever.
Dang, but
And
you're
so
not.
there's this thing called
But the fact
say it
that
again.
you
I couldn't.
said that the moon is a LED screen, but you said we never been out of space. So who
Whoa.
put that LED screen there?
Joseph
So
Smith.
this is
Shut
very
up.
simple. We live in
Well,
a
you're
created
close. Actually,
place.
Jesus did, but
All
you're
right.
close. Anyway, what'd you say?
We
Yeah,
live
right.
we live in a created place. And so that would
Thank
be
you.
whoever created this place.
You got to think
Yeah,
about it. It's possible.
I'm
Listen,
just
it's
saying,
possible.
Well, God
buying
can't be a black man because black people, we don't pay bills and the light wouldn't be on. Go ahead.
heliocentric is
But
just, I don't know.
it's possible that everything that we see around here. Listen, it's possible that everything that we see
Actually, he's
around
right on that one. He is
here
right.
have been manipulated already, though. Before they started creating history, maybe they could have been manipulating this earth way before that. You got to think about it. Only 200-300 years ago, we got cities that's just now being built for 300-400 years. They've been doing stuff before that. America ain't even that old. So with America being brand new, basically, according to history, you know what I'm saying? Antarctica, they could have
It's
a
called the
whole nother
Industrial Revolution.
older than America. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see a little bit here. So yes, it's possible that whoever been doing all this manipulation and tearing up the earth and reconstructing the earth and doing all this could have created stuff in the sky too. You get what I'm saying? Like it's
Man,
ain't
no.
impossible.
Sir,
No.
it's called the
Earth is a
age of
black woman, and
enlightenment,
black women
sir.
don't have
It's
flat
called the
booties.
age
Flat
of
Earth debunked.
enlightenment and the industrial revolution.
Yo, that's the only
I
thing.
think
That's
we're
the only
getting
thing
off
that makes
topic.
me think like, yo, the Earth is round, though, man. Black woman is definitely curvaceous.
The black woman
Ain't no
is the
flatness
Earth,
about
and
her.
black
The
women
Earth is
don't
not a
have
black
flat
woman.
booties. Flat
The
Earth
Earth is not a
debunked.
black woman.
That's the only
The Earth,
thing I could be
the Earth
like,
is not a
well, you
black
got a
woman.
point there, man. Got that.
Question then. Let me ask y'all a question then.
I have a
What do
question.
y'all let me ask y'all a question then. What do y'all got to say about these big ass trees that got cut down that was made out of crystal
You
and they
talking
act
about
like
like
it?
Devil's Tower? You're talking about Devil's Tower? That's actually from volcanic
Oh,
eruptions,
y'all, are
right?
Dude,
y'all
listen.
saying that the great white man was able
But
to
the devil,
put up a holographic screen inside of the
Yeah,
sky
that's some
that
bullshit.
stays there on this because this is what I could call supreme white supremacy. When you think that the white man has enough
Okay.
fucking
Not
power to
supreme white
put
Well,
up a
nobody
supremacy.
fucking
said it was a white
no, I
man.
mean because it
Nobody
has
said
to
it was a
be.
white
It
man.
has to be.
Don't
Who's
involve the white
manipulating?
man in
You're
that
Who
saying
are
it
you
narrative.
has to
guys?
be.
I
When
know
black people say
Bradley
somebody's
is loving
when
I
this
black
don't
people
know
shit.
are
Go
what
ahead.
saying,
Bradley
Go
I'm
ahead.
not
said.
talking about Bradley. I'm talking about whoever said that the white man put a holographic screen in the sky. That is the supreme white supremacist right there. Because at the end of the day, if white people are capable of putting the moon in the sky, we have no fucking hope, bro.
I
None.
agree. I agree.
Nobody said it was white
No,
people.
check it,
Yeah.
right?
We
okay,
There
just
are
so
such
decided it
things
Lunatics.
was a
as
screen.
holograms, but the moon is not a hologram. You know what I'm saying?
So black people are manipulators now. We're the manipulators that y'all talking about.
Been
but
Which
y'all
one
been
is
the
it?
manipulators. Y'all have
But,
been the manipulators.
Man, I ain't
but
talking to
salute.
you, Coon.
Y'all have
I,
been the manipulators.
I think once the black man began to fuck white women, he
that we
believed in
claim
flat
it's
Earth.
impossible that
Let's
This
but
guy
get
listen,
back
what
fucks
on
about
white
the other
bro.
topic.
Bro, I'm not
Let's get
talking to
back on
anybody
Seem
who
like he
topic.
fucks
Yo,
white
answered.
hold
little
up, though. Hold up,
boys.
though. I was supposed to get a go from before. I just want to show something real fast, right?
what about the other
So,
things that we
so
want to act
we
like
gotta
we not want to talk
understand the difference between what they call parallel
Yes,
rays
I
and
did put up the
corpuscular
Truman
rays.
Show.
So if you look at this diagram here, right? This is how the sunlight comes down. It's not like straight lines, like straight to the earth, but it's different angles. You know what I'm saying? And you can see how the light, breaks down. And also, too, if you want to find the height of the sun, you got to use the measurement. A equals height times base squared or whatever. You know the formula you did in math class. And then you find how high the sun is. See what I'm saying? And you could use these corpuscular rays as for a measurement. The earth is flat, so
Okay.
the base is flat, and then the corpuscular rays going up, and it's gonna meet at where the sun is. So we could measure the height of the sun, and it damn sure ain't no 93 million miles away. Because if that were the case, then the clouds would also
Really?
have to be 93 million miles away. See what I'm saying? So
No.
that's bogus. Sun ain't no goddamn 93 million
Bro,
miles away. That's fucking
I
impossible.
drive
Oh
a truck,
man.
bro. If you go to Washington
Sir,
State, if you go to
sir.
Washington State, they have a mountain out there where you can go all the way up there and you see a statue of Columbus looking down on you, right? When you get up there, you're inside the clouds, literally. The sun is still above you. How is this possible with your model? Like I've been in the
Uh-oh.
This
clouds
not a
and
model.
seen
This
the
just a
sun.
picture of the
Debunked.
sun shining down
No,
on the
no,
earth.
I'm not
Literally,
talking.
I've
Lord
been
And we've
Messiah,
been
Lord
on an
Messiah. Hold
airplane.
on.
I've been in the
I'm
Mormon
not talking
Mountain
about your model.
range, and
I'm
the
trying to
mountain
ask
and the
you.
sun is still above me.
Yeah,
to
that's what I'm
see
saying. People who travel,
And in
right? People who
airplanes.
travel have experienced this. We've all been on the
Because it's
level
not
of the
93
clouds
million miles
because
away.
all you have, it's not 93 million miles away for the clouds. The clouds and the sun have total different differences. They have different height differences. You can tell when you get above, when you go above on mountains. You haven't traveled on mountains before, so therefore
I
you're
have.
looking at it from, if you're looking
6,500
from
feet.
ground level and you're looking up,
But
all you see
hold
is
on,
the clouds
hold
up.
on,
But anytime that
hold
you've
on,
lived above the clouds, you can say that the sun is above the clouds. It's really common
hold
sense
on,
then.
but y'all may be
6,500
confusing
feet is
thick mist.
the
Y'all may
average
be
height.
confusing thick mist or fog for clouds. They may
No,
not
bro, I'm
actually
talking
have
about
made clouds yet.
clouds.
You may be when you high up on a mountain, you may be in thick mist, but not necessarily a cloud.
Bro,
You
listen,
see what I'm
listen to what
saying?
I'm saying,
Because
Oh
bro.
if you
my
were in
I'm
the
God,
talking
clouds, you
about,
wouldn't be
man!
able to
look,
see
Come on,
you
anything.
never,
Jesus,
this
Mary,
is how
and
I know you
Joseph
have never
Smith. Now,
traveled.
come
You
on,
never
bro.
traveled, bro. You gotta travel,
What?
man.
What?
That's
Come
sad.
on, what?
That's sad right there. because it's not mist.
I think
Mist,
flat
mist come,
earthers just have
mist. Hold
flat
on,
booty baby
hold on,
mamas. I
bro.
don't
Hold
know.
on, hold on,
It's
hold on,
just
hold
Like,
on.
come
Y'all
on,
can't, y'all
bruh.
can't.
I was
Listen to
here.
this. At the end of the day, mist
I
is
was
created by
here.
water and atmospheric pressure from water. That's what mist come from. If
Wait,
I'm
wait.
talking about in
Okay.
Washington State, in the mountains where there is no water, that can create this mist, we're talking about actual clouds, and people can tell the difference between the density of clouds and mist. If you've been in the clouds before, or even been close to
I have.
clouds before, you can tell the
Yes.
difference between the clouds and mist. They don't look nothing alike, bro. Nothing alike. It's not confusing.
6,500 feet
real
is the
quick,
All right,
limit.
wait.
do me a
Solomon got a
favor.
video.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, hold on.
I actually talk
Go ahead.
now. We can actually do some shit. So when we talk about what the sun does and why is it daylight when it's not, like in some places versus others, and why does somebody lose it before somebody else? This is what's actually going the fuck on. This is the sun right here. It's carrying this light with it. It's fucking, you see, this is what it looks like in September. This is the light profile in September, right? And this is what it looks like. And you can see about half of the earth. Now, it doesn't always look like this. As the sun, so the sun goes, so this is around Tropic of Capricorn right here. It's around the equator right now. But as the sun moves, like throughout the year, I'm gonna go back to, let's go to January. I'm gonna go to January. So this
Can
is a
I
light
ask you a
profile in
question?
January.
Hold on.
What's
Let
up?
him finish.
You let them cook that
All right,
top
so this is the
ramen.
light
Keep cooking.
profile.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So
Go
this
ahead.
is the light profile in January right here, right? So you see, in January, for us, right, the days are kind of shorter, but for people in the southern hemisphere, they're longer, right? So this is their summertime in January. All right. Now, as the sun goes around, and as it goes around, it starts to make smaller and smaller circles. Like I don't hear, maybe you can see here. So it starts to make smaller and smaller circles. All right. And so it's going to keep going around until it comes into the Tropic of Cancer. All right. Now, somebody was asking me about perpetual nighttime in the middle. So look at here. Look at right now. Here, let me go back so you can see right now. Right. You can see right now. Right. So this is when people in the middle are getting the daylight. I mean the darkness all the time. Right. This is when they're getting the darkness all the time. All right. Now, as the sun comes toward the Tropic of Cancer, I'm gonna show you. So that's June 21st. That's around here, around here. Now look at the center. See how it's always light in the center now, right? So this is Alaska, always light in the center. See that? Always light in the center, but the sun, right? So the sun is right here at the Tropic of Cancer. This is how it fucking works. So when people are like, oh no, it wouldn't work on the photo. Yes, it fucking does. This is how
Explain
it
the
fucking
eclipse
works.
With that theory.
Right?
Explain the eclipse.
So
with that
the
same
eclipse
theory.
I'm
has
enjoying the
nothing to do
cartoon.
with
I'm
this.
enjoying the cartoon animation. Go ahead.
The eclipse has nothing to do with this. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
It should.
The eclipse
No, I'm
has.
saying
So
explain
solar
it.
eclipses
Explain the
My
aren't
man,
eclipse
hold
real.
with
on,
that
hold
Got
on,
it.
Hold
theory.
on. Hold on.
bro.
Let him land his
Hold
plane. Go
on.
ahead.
Let me
Yeah, let him land that
tell you.
raggedy plane.
So we can talk about the eclipse, but understand eclipses have nothing to do with shadows and the sun. Eclipses are their own thing, right? And we can talk about that shit. Like we can go through eclipses as well. But the first thing I wanted to do was show you on the
This is
flat
a
earth, this is what the
nighttime
fucking
thing.
model look like. This is what the fuck it looks like.
Okay. Since you
Did
got your
Kevin pay
model,
for a
use
mute?
that
What was
same
that? Did Kevin
model
pay for a mute? What was
to
that?
explain the
No, he was
eclipse.
supporting it.
Okay.
Thanks, Kev.
But the eclipse
Okay.
will have nothing.
So
That's got nothing to do with. We talking about the rotation
right.
of the sun.
Right. The
I
eclipse has
enjoy
nothing to do
But
with the
I
that
got a
rotation of
cartoon
the sun.
question for
animation.
him. Can you go back and can you stop that on Africa or stop it on
Yeah, that's
America
cool.
real quick?
Yeah.
The
No
rotation
problem.
of the sun
I
was
enjoy
the
that
sun.
cartoon.
Rotation of
What
that sun
diagram you was using? Where did you get
is
that from?
flying around the earth. That's
He's in it.
flying around the
Wow.
earth. When you seen that
Not the
sun
white,
move,
not the
Mike,
white.
Hold
that
on.
sun
Bradley,
Go
calm
ahead.
down. Come on.
give you an example.
Not the
All
white
right.
Jesus.
Go ahead, Solomon.
All right, here
Wow.
we go. So somebody wanted me to stop it. What? It's on America right now. So this is America right here. All right. So you wanted me to stop it on Africa? Is that what you wanted me to do?
No. So if it's on America, what time is that? Does
All
it
right.
pinpoint time?
So if you look
No,
now,
no,
so
no, no,
now
no,
this
no,
is
no, no, no. No, this is how you get them. Can you press play on it to
That's what
where
I meant to the
half of
fucking
America
question, though.
is
Maybe
daytime and
you
half
could
of
get
it's
them
dark.
that
Because
way
remember,
too.
people on the
But
East
if you
Coast
keep on
is
fucking
sunshine,
cheerleading,
and on the
a
other
nigga
side
won't
is
be
dark.
able to
Yeah,
finish
where's
nothing.
half of America?
No, but my point is it
Okay,
doesn't
hold on.
match up with the other side of the world.
No. Listen,
Okay.
sunshine.
Right
Don't do
there.
that.
Here we
If it's
go.
dark,
There it
if
goes.
it's
Hold
sunshine
on.
on
Y'all
Yep.
in
gotta let him
California,
See
I
it?
answer.
don't understand how niggas want to
Y'all
answer, but
gotta
you
let him
can't let
answer.
this nigga finish nothing.
You gotta let him finish. Go ahead, Solomon.
All right. Right now, this is the answer to my
Fuck
man's
you.
question. Half
Get
of
his dick out
America
your
is
Come
mouth.
on.
dark, and
Come
half of
on. Come
America
Nigga,
on.
is light. This.
yo, you
Come
the main
on with
nigga
that shit.
cheerleading for shit. What the fuck? Fuck wrong with you?
So here, let me see if we can see it.
go
Yeah.
ahead,
This
King
is right
Solomon. You
here,
trying to
right?
explain why it's
Yeah.
dark on a
Yeah.
California? No, excuse me.
All
Is
right.
sunshine on
So
California?
it's
Go
light
ahead.
in California, right? This is light
Yeah.
in California and dark
Okay.
on the East Coast, right? And look where the sun is. The
Let me
sun is
see.
over
Zoom in.
here.
Let me tap. Let me double tap.
Huh?
Hold on.
Yeah. All right.
That should
Where's
say
California?
South California is
Where's
dark and the
California?
northern
Where's
part of
California?
Man,
America is
Southern
light
California
and
would
the
be
Yeah.
southern
down
part
here.
of
Yeah, that's not
America
all
is
of
Let me
dark.
California, bro.
Because the
Let me
reason why I asked is
hold
because
That's
on.
not all
the
of
Wait, wait, wait,
California,
nighttime
wait,
is
bro.
in the
hold on.
southern part of the
That's
United States. It's
bullshit.
not
Oh God
half
damn it.
vertical.
Hold
That don't
on.
look
Wait. Let me
shit
see.
That's
like
not
Wait.
all.
reality.
No,
Wait.
no.
That don't look a
Wait.
fucking
Hold
thing like
on.
reality.
I asked a
So
good
we
question
get
that
so
jammed
they
up
get
this whole
light
shit.
2 times a day.
No, hold
No, no,
on.
no,
It's
no,
not
no. I'm
fucking. No,
asking
it's one time a day. Hold on.
if
Wait.
it's sunshine on in
Okay,
California and it's
Yeah.
dark on the East Coast. Show that
Yeah.
map where it's half. Don't show the
I
southern
got
United
you.
States being dark and the northern. Show the West Coast being sunshine
All
and
West
the
to
right.
east being
east.
dark with that map. Show me.
All right. Understand. So this fucking it's I gotta stop it right there. Oh, there we go.
There.
I think that's good right there.
No,
There
that's
you go.
not it. That's not it.
It is. Yes, it
No,
is.
it's
That's
not.
make.
No, that's
Yeah,
The
yes, it
not
Gulf
is.
of
because
Mexico
Yes, it
is
is.
dark
Yes, it
and
is.
Right.
rocky
It's
No,
and
it's
dark. It's
bleak.
not.
not.
Yes,
It's
it
not
is.
No, not at
sunshine.
all.
Yo,
Ooh.
hold on.
That's
Wait.
Because
bullshit.
how the
Ooh.
hell is
Got
Hey,
him.
I'm done.
daytime?
There
How
we
I'm
the
go.
hell
done.
is
I
Got
ain't
him.
daytime
got time
light?
for this bullshit.
Got
There we
him.
go.
I ain't got time
Right
for
there.
this bullshit. That's bullshit.
Come on, bruh.
That's
That's why I
bullshit.
asked.
Okay. You gotta let him talk though, y'all. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hold on. This is about me getting stopping it right. Hold on. It's about me stopping it right. So I gotta fucking. I don't know what y'all. Hey, how about that? There you go.
Also, too,
Happy
y'all
now.
know time zones are made up. Y'all know that, right?
There we go. So there it goes. The East Coast is dark, and the rest of the country is about like the middle of the country is dusk, but Cali is daytime. There you go.
Sunshine State.
There you go. You can see it from the top. And look where the
Hold
sun is. The
on.
sun is
So
over here.
California all the way to Louisiana is light at one time,
Absolutely
but
not.
from
Right. Nobody
Mississippi to
said that.
Florida is dark. Come
Right.
on,
Louisiana is
Why
bruh.
does it
two.
show
Louisiana
Come
is
California
on,
being
bruh.
nighttime
So
and the East Coast being
Louisiana is
daytime?
2 hours ahead of
ladies and
California, bro.
gentlemen,
That's why that shit don't make sense.
ladies and gentlemen, understand this is a model. Somebody built a model, right? They did it with the
Why does it
computer. This
show
is not.
the West
This is
Coast
not, bro.
being
Wait, no,
nighttime and the
my
East Coast
man.
being daytime?
It doesn't.
it
It
Oh my
doesn't. This
does.
is
God.
the East
Go
Coast
zoom,
right
double
here.
tap,
This is
y'all.
the East
Double
Coast
tap.
right here, bro. You understand? This is
Hold
the
on.
East Coast. This is the West Coast, right? You know that. So here, the East
Hold
Coast
on.
is
Zoom in.
here.
Zoom in.
The West Coast is here.
I don't see America.
This is right here. This is America right here.
What's the
This is
name of
America
that
right
Which
map
here.
you using, bro?
which part? I'm trying to see.
So
That's not a flat Earth map.
so
That's
here.
America.
So it's called the Azimuthal Equidistant map. It's the Gleason's Azimuthal Equidistant map. All right.
Do you have a paper
The
version?
Gleason's. Yeah, all you gotta do, you can Google Gleason's map and it'll come up. So
Right.
actually the UN uses it, the
Hold on,
National
but you
Maritime, like huh?
hold on.
Yeah.
So let it be light in Africa,
I
right?
got you. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Okay. No.
now look at that. If the whole Africa
It
is lit up,
shows
right?
the West Coast being nighttime and the East Coast being daytime. I don't think
Yeah,
he gets that.
it should be daytime in East Coast.
It is.
It
So the East
was.
Coast
Your
is
It's
coming
math
only
here. It's
fucked
on
up.
coming
the
up.
daytime.
It's
Your
coming
math
up.
It's a
fucked up.
7 hour
Remember, right?
difference.
It's coming here.
All right, but think about
So
this,
here.
right? The sun
No,
at its
hold on.
height,
Hold
right?
on. Wait. Hold on. You want so
Mm-mm.
you want
You shouldn't have
Africa
used that math,
and
man.
daytime? Hold on. No. You want Africa and
When you
daytime in the
when
East
you
Coast? Is that what you
pause it,
want?
when it gets to
Hold on.
America, the California's
Wait.
nighttime and the
No,
East
I'm
Coast is
pausing it too.
daytime.
Look at how the light
Hold
is
on. What do
going,
you
right?
want?
So you see toward the middle of that whole
There you
thing
go.
there,
There you
it's the
go.
brightest. Because that would
Okay,
be like the
since
sun at its peak,
That's
right?
hold on, Lord
Mexico.
Daytime.
That's
Messiah,
South
hold on. Let me get
America.
my
Y'all.
point
Damn, 1
across.
second.
Because I'm the
Yeah.
person who asked them and I still never got to ask my
Yeah.
point.
No, you got
So
it.
if
You
it's
got it. You got it. What's up?
if it's the entire Africa is lit up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say this is 12 o'clock, right? Then
12
therefore it would
o'clock
be,
where?
if it's 12, listen, when Africa is lit up, it's East Coast time too. It's daytime on the East Coast. You do
Okay.
know that.
Right. So what? So look at this. Hold on. Look at this. So now
It go back.
all of Africa is lit up and America is lit up. So that's what I'm saying. What are you
No,
looking
but
for?
it's not. No, see, all of America, no.
When
Well, this is
that
all of
shadow,
America right here. This is
listen,
the
no,
whole
no, no, no,
This
no,
is
no,
the
no, no,
whole
no, no.
continent
As
right
that
here.
shadow continues
What do
to
you want?
move, nighttime will listen. Nighttime will be on the California while the East Coast is in daytime. Click
Thank
the
No,
you,
it
play
won't.
Yogi.
button.
Never.
Click the play
Never.
button.
Thank
Click
you,
the play
Yogi.
button.
Never. When?
Is that model
Bam,
for the
right there.
When?
daylight or
Bam,
This
for
right
the
there.
this
What
season?
the hell?
this is the East Coast in
What I was trying
nighttime.
to make
This is
was
Cali over
That
you
doesn't
got to
here.
look at
explain
the
the
beginning of the light
horizon.
coming in and where the light is
Yo.
most prevalent, like toward the middle. So the light is creeping toward the East Coast when it's bright in Africa. It's creeping toward the West Coast when it's bright in the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? And in the middle of it, it's the brightest. You know what I mean? Because that's where the sun is at its peak.
See,
So
that does
from the
All
not
right.
explain
perspective,
the
you know what I'm
horizon
saying?
when the sun is directly above,
Is
like
in
she said,
denial.
at noon.
You got to recognize that everything is sticking out of the water. So
I know he sees. I
Lionel,
know he
what's
sees what I'm
what's the
saying.
what's the name of this? So I could put in the comments for people that want to look at it for
these so-called
themselves.
Oh,
Don't
you know
let me
what?
pull up that map
Simulator.
because I'm gonna zoom
Hey,
in.
let me
This nigga
read
ain't
that
zooming in.
title.
What's the name of
Hey,
that map?
this
What
Hold
that
on.
I'm
title
zooming
say at the
in.
top?
so
What's
it's
the name of
called
that
the
map?
azimuthal. So
Zoom
the
Flat
in.
name
Earth
of the map is
Simulator.
Put it
called
in the chat. Put it in the chat.
and then
Oh
this
yeah,
is
you
only
can put it
one
in the chat
Hold
if you
on.
want to.
part of the earth. This is
Uh,
what we know is only one part of the earth. We only even up in this one part. Like people never leave their neighborhood. This is us never leaving this
Hey, type
part.
it in the chat.
Yes,
Okay, we do
Okay,
please.
hold
have
on.
live
Hold on, let me
cameras all
see.
over the world. There is CCTV. You do
So
know that, right?
Hold
Yeah,
on.
but they only covering so much of the world that they want you to see. It's more to the world than that than what they showing
Yeah,
you on
why
their
wouldn't you
cameras.
use a satellite?
Yeah, you don't feel like they're hiding. Like, okay, so on this flat Earth model right here, you will see that beyond the outer part, there's more land. There would be more land. There would be more ice. There would be more whatever you want to call it. That's called uncharted. They don't have no kind of diagram about how far that stuff goes. We just know we in this one little bubble though, right here, stuck here. We don't know about nothing else outside of there that possibly can't come here, but we can go there.
I'm just battle rapping. So y'all can't think outside of the
That's another
bubble.
thing
I'm
too,
just
right?
battle
But
rapping
hold
right
on,
now. Go
this
ahead.
is another thing too, right? If we are supposed to be inside some kind of dome and all of that, or curvaceous atmosphere or whatever, then how would we ever had gotten outside of there to know there was other planets? You know what
Because
I'm saying?
they came from outside of there to here. That's where we came from, outside
Ain't
of
no
there to
fucking
here.
No.
planets.
I don't
So,
think you
do you
got your
believe
question.
that there's other planets? Do you believe that there's other planets?
I'm kind of up in the air about that. I don't know.
There's not other planets.
Seen them. You know what I'm saying? I know we here on
They're
this earth
flat
though.
too.
We know that for a fact.
So
I'm
the
from
sun is
planet
flat
real
too.
niggas. So
Oh, so Mars isn't real, Mercury isn't
It's not that
real,
it's not
Venus
real.
isn't
It's not
real.
what you think it is. It's
And
not
the
a
moon is
planet.
flat. The moon is
Been
flat
there.
too,
I ain't
right?
never seen
Yeah,
that
but
shit.
we've seen it before.
And they
Anybody
give us
that's
and they
been
give
to
us like
Who the
CGI
fuck seen a planet
pictures
observatory,
before?
of this shit.
That
So
was a
I can't
real
trust
picture.
CGI. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Buy a telescope, sir. Buy a
but you've
telescope.
never been
I've
to see,
seen
this the
Venus.
problem though. You
You
guys,
seen Mars
I'm gonna
with a
tell y'all this,
telescope.
right? You guys don't travel and you don't go to observatories, and so you lack a certain part of knowledge. Like what he's saying about
right.
clouds could easily be debunked when you travel. What you saying
That's
about
right.
other planets could easily be debunked if you ever went to an observatory. They have an
or a
observatory in
planetarium.
LA where the whole fucking planetarium. Yeah, they have one in
Yep,
LA right now, a planetarium where the whole fucking ceiling is a
But
fucking
you
what's it called?
can't know
A
for
that's right.
sure that
telescope.
the thing you're
And
looking
A
at
it's
is a
a
telescope.
Hubble
planet.
telescope. And the thing
I was
about it
in
is
one in college.
you can see that.
Yes,
And another thing that you guys have, problem that you have is light pollution. Light pollution will solve all light pollution fucks
that's
y'all all the
correct.
way over. Because of light pollution, you guys can't
Hmm.
see the actual stars. You never actually
That's
seen the
facts.
sky. Because if you
Because
seen
yep,
the sky, some of this shit wouldn't even be debatable. It would be
outside of the
seen every
city.
single day.
Hmm.
You gotta get outside of the city, man.
Right. I remember my stepmother stayed in the Folsom
This
Mountains, and it was away from the city, and the city lights obstruct the night sky. Correct. That's a fact.
Are you telling me that in these observatories and these places, you telling me that you have
that you've never
seen the
been.
end? You have seen the end. What you mean? I've been to plenty museums. I've been to all that. I've been learning this stuff for my whole
I'm
life. It
not
ain't no
talking about
I
a
different.
don't think
museum. I'm
I don't
talking
think
about a
museum is the
We're
place you
planetarium.
talking
go to
about
look
I'm
at.
not talking
planetary
about a museum.
observatories.
I'm talking about
So what time-
exactly. So
I've been to a planetarium before, and I've been
it's
to
nothing
it
wrong with
all this
admitting
stuff
that you've
before.
never been there.
This is why
Oh,
I've been to a planetarium before. Listen to what I'm telling you. There's no end to space. Is there an end to
Where?
space? They ever showed you the end
Where did you
to
go to
space?
one?
Have they ever showed you the end to space, bro?
yes, there. Well,
Because
yes,
space
science
is
does
unlimited.
acknowledge there is
Space is a vast
Why
there
span
would
is a
of
there be
darkness.
celestial
in?
sphere. There
Why would
is
there
a.
be an
Go
end of
ahead.
space, bro?
Right. We
I'm
talking about the
asking you,
universe.
have they ever showed you the end to
But
space?
what does that have to
The
do with the
the
Earth being flat, though?
They never showed you the end to the earth either. They
shit.
never
We can
showed you
talk
the end
about
to
the
the
end of
space.
space in the Vedas.
That's what
Shit.
I'm
I
trying to
don't
get
think
you to understand. They
Yes,
never
they
showed you
did.
the end to the space
Not
and
a
the
good
earth.
source.
They showed you a globe.
So if there's no end in space, you're
The
saying the universe
Vedas.
doesn't have a limitation in this universe, and then you don't believe in multiverses. Because if you believe in multiverses, you believe there's a limitations to each universe until so you can get to a whole nother universe. So
I
you're
don't even
saying there's no
understand
such
the
thing as
question,
multiple
to be
universes.
honest with you.
Hey, yo, y'all want some more show and tell? You
Yeah.
want to see something? Hey,
Go ahead, show us
so
some
what they
Family Guy
say?
flicks. Go ahead.
What they say? Y'all want to see a dead body? All right, here, check this out. So what I'm gonna show y'all, what I'm showing y'all.
And it
This
stinks
is a
too.
So this
Yogi,
is
shut the fuck up.
it's a high altitude balloon with a camera on it. Okay,
I was
so
trying to look for this shit
that's
last week, try to show these niggas,
all
man.
right. So look, this is the
You a flat earther?
altitude,
Oh, no wonder.
duration. All right. So now these are
That's his
clouds.
daddy.
All right. These are the clouds.
Who's sucking
All
dick
right.
right now? What the fuck?
Ah, ah,
So
ah.
all right. So y'all see. So it's kind of going up. It takes forever. Like I think the whole thing was like 11 hours long. Like the way it took to get up, it was forever. Right. So time, altitude is at 13,000 meters. Temperature, flight duration is only a half hour in. You see up in the distance. I think that's the moon. All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna fast forward a little bit for y'all. All right, because we ain't gonna sit here and just
But
gotta
you
watch this
can
shit.
see a little
I just want
curvature.
to,
You do know that.
huh? Mm-hmm.
You can
So
see
again,
some
it's the
curvature.
That's the
so
horizon
it's
Right.
line.
the
I can see a
it's
That's
curvature. Go
funny.
ahead.
hold on. So check it out.
That's the
I'm gonna show
fucking
you something.
horizon line.
Right. See that? Right. So it's bowing because of the see that? Now it's a bowl. Right. That's the lens that does that. All right. So
Oh,
that's
so
what
now
I'm
you're
saying. Like,
blaming the fisheye lens? You're blaming fisheye lens.
so this actually
I'm done.
it happens. That's what lenses do. I mean, what you want me to do?
That's not a fisheye
So
lens.
again, if you see the way it's kind of oscillating, you can see it what it's doing to the horizon, right?
Okay.
So it's sometimes it's a bowl, sometimes it's a curve. Like it's
So that bowl,
obviously
isn't that
showing
bowl
distortion.
proving a curvature?
Obviously, it's
Yeah,
Because
but I
the
can't
that's the
see
sun's
bowl,
light
Paris.
coming into the atmosphere, shaping,
the bowl.
right?
No, look at this right. Hold on, where it go, bro? It's a fucking bowl. Here, let me show you.
Right. It's
Like
a
If
when the
it's
shit,
curvature of
flat, I
light.
can't see Paris
no.
or I can't see
So look,
Mars.
it's
The
flat
light is
right
curving.
now.
No,
Hold
but look at
on,
the
here we go.
top.
Now look. So now you see how it's going down and then up. That's
And
the
then it go
lens.
on top,
The
it
so
curves.
so just like it
See?
does that, right? It's going to go up and then it's going to curve down. It's the lens. This has nothing to do with what we're doing.
Oh man, this
All
guy.
right. So, all right, let's get to what I'm finna show you. All right. So now the sun is going to get really close.
Oh, shit,
All right.
close, I think.
So we're at 19,000 meters, 73 minutes in. All right. So now you're gonna see the sun. You see the sun right there? Did y'all see the sun? All right, the sun right there. All right, it's gonna come back in a second.
I've seen it on an
Yeah,
All
but
right,
airplane.
be careful.
Anybody's been on an airplane
Mm-hmm.
that saw this type of stuff before.
All right, now check it out. These are all clouds right here, right? Now, boom. See this right here? Can y'all see that? Y'all see
Yeah,
that?
a span of space of water.
What's that? What is that? A liquor store in
That's
heaven?
not
What is that?
water. That's not water, right? All these because
That's
these
the
are our clouds
ocean.
right